Hello Junior 4. In this lesson we are going to solve science revision on concept 1, adaptation and survival. First question is put right or wrong. The blood vessels coming upward from the penguin's feet carry warm blood. Is this right or wrong? Do you remember here? The penguin's feet that stands on ice. Okay, so the blood in its feet is what? Warm or cold? Cold. This cold blood vessels should go where? Upward. Why the warm blood vessels go where? Downward. So here, is this right or wrong? The blood vessels coming upward from the penguin's feet carry warm blood? No, it's wrong. It should be cold blood. So the question is wrong. Number 2. Penguin can adapt to live in extreme cold environment by having feathers and fat in their feet. Do penguins have feathers and fat in their feet? No, it's wrong. But they have what to warm their feet? They have blood vessels. The weaving of blood vessels warm their feet. So penguins don't have feathers and fat in their feet. The mistake here, it's in their feet. Number 2, living organisms can survive and reproduce in difficult environment by the help of adaptation? Yes, it's true. Living organisms need to make adaptation so they can survive, stay alive, and reproduce, means get babies. Number 4, in penguins' feet, the cold blood vessels can warm up the warm blood vessels. Which one will warm which one? Again, cold blood vessels warm up the warm? How? The warm blood vessels can warm the cold blood vessels, so it's wrong. Number 5. Camouflage helps animal adapt to the extreme weather conditions in their ecosystem. What is the camouflage? The camouflage, it is a characteristic for a living organism so they can hide from their prey or predator, so they can blend with the surrounding environment. So can this camouflage help to adapt to the extreme weather conditions? Can the camouflage help the animal to stay cool or stay warm? No, just helps the animal maybe find to hide or blend with the surrounding so it can find its prey easier or can hide from its predator. So can't help in extreme weather conditions, so it's wrong. Number 6. Fennec foxes and polar bears similar in keeping their body cool through panting. Do you know the meaning of panting? Like the fennec fox, it pants like the dog to keep its body cool because the fennec fox lives in desert. What about the polar bears? Do they need to keep their body cool? Do they need to pant like dogs to keep their body cool? No, the polar bear don't do this. So it's a wrong because we have here the polar bear, they don't pant like the fennec foxes. Number 7, all types of sharks live in salt water only. Here the word only. All sharks can live in salt water only? Can other sharks live in fresh water? Yes, the bull shark can live in salt water and also can live in fresh water. So not all sharks can live in salt water only. They also live in fresh water like the bull shark. So it's wrong. Number 8, the panther chameleon has teeth and claws through which it can hunt and eat its prey. No, they don't have teeth or claws. They do what in danger? They can puff up their body with air, change the color of its scales, and also open its mouth widely. So number 8 is wrong. They don't have teeth and claws. Number 9, the brown bears survive and reproduce in the same habitat of the panther chameleon. Brown bears lives where? In forest. Panther chameleon lives where? In forest. So it's right. They have the same habitat. Number 10, living organisms can adapt to their environmental conditions through structural adaptation and behavioral adaptation. It's right. Number 11, acacia tree has short roots and big leaves. Acacia tree lives where? In savanna forest. The savanna forest is characterized by drought condition, dryness, or extreme lack of water. So acacia tree needs to get large amount of water. So does it have long roots or short roots? It needs short roots or very long roots to get the water from deep down in the soil. Of course, very long roots to get water, which called tap root. So it's wrong. It need what? Long roots. And acacia tree has big leaves. If they have big leaves, this means it is easy to lose water. During absorbing sunlight. If it has small leaves, this means hard to lose water. During absorbing sunlight. So again, the acacia tree that lives in savanna forest that has lack of water, extreme lack of water, should have what? Large leaves, so it's easy to lose water, or small leaves, so it's hard to lose water? Of course, small leaves. So the answer is wrong. Number 12, the taproot of kapok tree grows deeply downward, searching for water. Again, the taproot of kapok tree grows deeply downward, searching for water. Okay, if I forgot the taproot for which tree, acacia or kapok? The kapok tree lives where? It lives in Amazon rainforest, so it's called rainforest. So does this tree need water? Need to search for water? No. So the answer is wrong. The taproot of acacia tree, not kapok tree. So the answer is wrong. Number 13, acacia leaves are protected from eaten by animals as they have brightly colored leaves. Of course not. The acacia trees or the acacia leaves, they have spines, not brightly colored leaves. Number 14, the rain falls for 6 months in southern Africa savanna forest. We said that the savanna forest characterized by drought condition half of the year. So again, we said that the savanna forest is characterized by drought condition, dryness condition, half of the year. Half of the year is 6 months. What about the other half? The rain can fall, so it's right. 15. Acacia tree has long roots to hold it securely in the soil. Yes, without the long roots, the tap roots of the acacia tree, this acacia tree can't find water. It will not be secured. So the long roots secure the acacia tree in the soil. So it's right. Number 16, the digestive system consists of similar organs that work together to get the nutrients from food. Similar or different? What are the organs of the digestive system? Mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. Are they the same? No, they are not the same. They are different. They are what? Different. So the answer is wrong. Number 17, the human body gets oxygen gas from food. Get oxygen from food? No, it's wrong. Number 18, mouth, esophagus, nose, and stomach are from the organs of the digestive system. All of these, the food can pass through them. Except what? What is the mistake here? The food can pass through the mouth, esophagus, stomach. Can it pass through the nose? No, it's wrong. So the nose here is odd word, so it's wrong. Number 19, the food gets broken down into nutrients in the small intestine. Is this right or wrong? At the small intestine, what will happen? Complete digestion takes place. So the food will be broken down into nutrients so it can be absorbed by the small intestine blood vessels. Yes. 20. Gills are unique physical adaptation. Physical adaptations means structural adaptation that allows fish to live and breathe underwater. Again, gills are unique physical adaptation that allows fish to live and breathe underwater. Is it structural adaptation? I will ask myself, is it part of the body or action the fish do it? No, it's part of the body. So yes, it's a structural adaptation. Number 21. Organisms have no chance to adapt if the environmental changes are rapidly means fast. Can the living organism adapt in this short period of time? In this fast change? No. Yes, so this question, yes, they have no chance to adapt if the environmental changes are rapidly. Rapidly means fast. So the sentence is right. They have no chance to adapt because the changes are very fast, take very short time. 22. When an ecosystem is slowly changed, many organisms may die or even become extinct. Extinct means they are no longer exist on Earth. If the ecosystem change slowly, no, they have the chance here, the question here, they have the chance to adapt if the changes are slowly. So the question is right. 23. The way of survival of animals differ from that of plants if the ecosystem is rapidly changed. Are they the same? No, they are not the same. The way of survival of animals, what will happen to the animals if the ecosystem is changed? The animals will do what? They will migrate from their places, from their ecosystem. What will happen to the plants? Can the plants migrate? Can the plant move from its place? No, but the plants use the wind to carry their seeds. So both animals and plants have different ways of survival. The animals migrate, the plants can't migrate, but they can what? Migrate means travel or move. So they can't migrate or can't move, so they move their seeds. So they are different. So here the question again, the way of survival of animals differs from that of plants. Yes, they are different. 24. Amphibians include frogs, panther, chameleon, and salamanders. Panther, chameleon, is it an amphibian? Amphibians, they are living organisms that live in moist or water and also land. So yes, the frogs are amphibians and salamanders are amphibians, but panther, chameleons not amphibians, so it's wrong. 25. Arctic fox and amphibians can be found in the same habitat. The Arctic fox lives in tundra desert. Amphibians lives in moist environment. So of course they don't have the same habitat. 26. Golden frog and fish can breathe in air through lungs. Can the fish breathe through lungs in air? No, the fish can't breathe in air. They breathe in underwater using gills, so it's wrong. Let's continue solving. Now we are going to take a new type of questions, which called write the scientific term. What's meant by the scientific term? Scientific term means what is this? Means what? What is this? So the scientific term, you are going to say what is this, or what is the property that helps animals to blend in with their surrounding environment. I will ask myself, what is this? So you can answer. What is the property that helps animals to blend, mix in their surrounding and environment? I need just one word equals to this sentence. So the property that helps animals blend or hide, this called what? Camouflage. So again, what is the camouflage? It is a property that helps animals to blend in with their surroundings. Number 2, it is the change. So when I start with the change, I will know that it's going to ask me about a type of adaptation. So it is a change, so the change means adaptation. But which type of adaptation? Behavioral or structural? Let's continue reading the question. So again, what's meant by question scientific term? This means you have to put the word what. Okay? So what is the change in the structure? What is the change in the structure of animal's body to adapt to its environment? Change in the structure. So when you see the word change, it will be behavioral adaptation or structural adaptation. So when it's change in the structure, so this means structural adaptation. So here, question number 2, structural adaptation. Number 3, what is this? It's a way by which Fennec fox cool themselves like dogs. What can Fennec foxes do to cool themselves like dogs? They do what? I will ask myself, what is this property or this way called? Panting. Called what? Panting. Okay. Number 4, a feature in the bull shark in which the upper surface of its body is darker than its lower surface. What is this feature? It has 2 shades, darker shade and whiter shade. So, or lighter shade. So it has 2 shades. We call this feature called counter shading. Called what? Counter shading. So the answer of number 4 is counter shading, which means it has its body, the upper surface of its body is darker than the lower surface. It has 2 shades. So this feature or this property is called counter shading. Number 5, it's the structural adaptation of acacia tree that allows it to search for water. Which part in any plant that searches for water? Which part is it? Stem or trunk or leaves or roots? Which part searches for water? The roots. So remember that the acacia tree has a special very long root. This root has a name called tap root. So here again, structural adaptation of acacia tree that allows it to search for water called tap roots. Tap root. Okay, the roots search for water, but this structural adaptation called tap root. It has very long root which called the tap root. Number 6, structural adaptation that fixes kapok tree in soggy soil, the muddy soil, and support its trunk. What is the structural adaptation, which means part of the kapok tree that supports its trunk? Remember, the kapok tree stands on soggy soil. So what supports its trunk? What are these? They are a special type of roots. You can find them in kapok tree called buttress roots. Called what? Buttress roots. Number 7. Liquid substance in your mouth that moistens. Moistens means make it wet and soft. The bite of food and begins to break it down. What is the liquid substance in your mouth? Remember, in the digestion of food, there is a juice inside our mouth. Mouth called what? Yes, saliva. Number 8. An organ that, what is the organ that has tiny blood vessels to absorb nutrients? Remember the organ that has tiny blood vessels in its walls so it can absorb the nutrients, the important food through its walls to complete digestion. This called what? The longest part in the digestive system called what? Small intestine. Number 9. The process through which the body gets oxygen from the air and expels out carbon dioxide. Both of the process. Again, the process through which the body gets oxygen from air and expels, get rid of carbon dioxide. I need the word process. The system that helps in this called respiratory system, but I'm not asking about the system, I'm asking about the process. So what is the name of the process of the respiratory system? It called what? Respiration. Called what? Respiration. So if I ask you a process, so make sure that the answer has I-O-N at the end. If I'm asking about system, so you have two options, whether I'm asking about the digestive system or the respiratory system. But if I've asked you a process, so it's called respiration. If I'm asking you about the process that helps in breaking food, called digestion. Okay, so it has the I-O-N part at the end. Number 10. A species that includes frogs, toads, and salamanders. Frogs, toads, and salamanders. This species called what? They live in moist environment, steam and water, and also land. So we call them what? Yes, amphibians. Called what? Amphibians. This species called amphibians. Number 11. The organ through which frogs can take in oxygen gas directly from water. The frogs can take oxygen directly from water from which part of their body? Yes, their skin. Question number 3. Choose the correct answer. But here we are going to learn something new. Adaptation helps the living organism in all of the following characteristics, except don't forget the word except. So the word except, you are going to choose the different word or the different sentence. Adaptation helps the animal to do what? Except. Adaptation helps animal in surviving? Yes. Adaptation helps animal in reproduction? Yes. Adaptation helps animals in hiding? Yes, like the camouflage. Adaptation helps animals in death? No, that's the odd one. Again, remember, don't forget the word except. You're going to choose the different sentence or different word. Adaptation helps in all the following except what? Death or dying. The adaptation doesn't help in death. Okay? Number 2. If a desert lizard is transferred into cool environment, it will stop doing what? Of course, stop doing its adaptation, which is stop looking for shaded area. If the desert lizard or Agama lizard is transferred into a cool environment, does it need to look for shaded area? No, it will stop looking for shaded area. Number 3. Penguins' feet. Dots weave around each other. Again, don't forget the penguin's feet, the cold blood vessels and the warm blood vessels weaves around each other. The warm blood vessels weave around cold blood vessels. So here, warm blood vessels and cold blood vessels. That's the only right sentence. See the other. Can the warm blood vessels weave around its toes? No, it's wrong. Can the cold blood vessels weave around its toes also? No. Can the cold blood vessels and the thick downy feather weave around each other? How? So it's wrong. The only right sentence is this. This is how you write this is how you solve the questions, the very long questions. If you are confused, make it as a right or wrong. It will make it easier for you. What is the ecosystem? The ecosystem, like desert and its animals, like oceans and its animals, or living organisms, forest and its living organisms, polar region and its living organisms. So is it a type of adaptation? No. Is it one of the human's body systems? No. Is it a characteristic that helps living organisms to survive? No, it's not adaptation. No. Is it a habitat in which living organisms live? Yes. Number 5, camouflage means that the animal can be seen easily in its surroundings. Easily? No. Can the animal be easily seen by its predator? No. It's hiding from its predator. Is it easily to be seen by its prey? No. Is it hard to be seen among its surroundings? Yes. So that's the answer. Camouflage is hard to be seen among surroundings. Number 6. Which of the following birds is more difficult to be seen by the predators? Which one of them will make a camouflage better? Red bird on green tree? No. Blue bird on green tree? Of course, they are obvious, different colors. Yellow bird and the green tree? Oh, too obvious. Green bird on green tree? Can the predator here see this animal or this bird? Yeah, no, it's very hard. So yes, a green bird on a green tree, it is more difficult to be seen by its predator. Number 7, all the following properties help Fennec fox to stay cool except making panting. Yes, except, remember, choose the different word. The Fennec fox has extra large ears. Yes. Do they have tan colored coat? Yes. Do they have thick fur coat? No. So all of these properties helps Fennec fox to stay cool except what? You have to choose the wrong one. It has thick fur coat because they don't have thick fur coat to keep their body cool. So that's the odd word. That's the meaning except. All of these properties help Fennec fox to stay cool except that they don't have thick fur coat. Number 8. All the following properties help Arctic fox to stay warm except what? Let's see. Again, all the following properties help Arctic fox to stay warm except I'm going to choose the different one. Arctic fox, does it have short ears? Yes. Short legs? Yes. Thick fur? Yes. Does it have tan colored coat? No. So that's the different one. That's the exception. The exception I will choose the different one. Don't forget this. I will choose the different one. All of these are properties that help Arctic fox to stay warm except they don't have tan colored coat. Number 9. Special eyes of Panther Chameleon belongs to Dot's adaptation. Which adaptation? Eyes, are they part of the body or not? The Panther Chameleon, does this change or has this change? Has this change. So when it has it, is it behavioral or structural? Structural adaptation, only structural. Number 10. Dots is considered as behavioral adaptation in the Panther Chameleon. Is it having V-shaped feet? I said having. So it's, yes, they have V-shaped feet. No, it's not structural. It's not behavioral, it's structural. Long, I will write structural, S. Long sticky tongue, it has long sticky tongue. Has it? يبقى structural. Has eye, can move independently. Has it? Structural. Buffing up its body during danger. Behavioral. This is an action or act or behavior, change in the behavior. So it's called behavioral adaptation. Number 12. The acacia tree warning the other acacia trees leaves from being eaten by the animal. That by doing what? Sending a watery messages in air. Did they send any water? No. Do they send watery messages in water? Not watery, not water. Do they send the smelly messages in water? Not in water. Do they send a smelly messages in air? Yes, that's right. Number 13. If a plant grows in rainforest where it is hard to reach sunlight, so it needs what? Sharp spines to reach the sunlight, or small roots to reach the sunlight, or very short trunk or very tall trunk. Of course, very tall trunk so it can reach the sunlight. Number 14. All the following are adaptation of different plants to keep animals away from them except we are going to choose the different one. These plants need to keep the animals away. They produce poison to keep the animal away? Yes. They gather their branches high above so the animals can't reach them? Yes. Remember, we are going to choose the different one. have delicious smelling flowers? No, it will attract the animals. It will attract the animals. Have sharp spines? Yes. Which one is different? Have delicious smelling flowers. So because here we are going to have except, the word except. Number 15. All the following are organs in the digestive system except what? Mouth, nose, stomach, esophagus. Of course, the nose. We already said it. Which of the following organs is not included? Be careful from these words, ya jr4. Not included in breaking down food. Mouth, stomach, lungs, and small intestine. Of course, the lungs. The organ that moves the food into the stomach is? What is the muscular tube that moves the food into the stomach? Of course, esophagus. 18. The food passes from the stomach to ducts in order to complete the digestion process. After the stomach, what is the next station? Small intestine. Excellent. The liver and the ducts, the neighbors of the small intestines. What are the neighbors of the small intestine that will produce or give the small intestine juices so it can digest the food? What are the neighbors? Liver and what else? Is it the throat, esophagus, large intestine, or pancreas? Pancreas. So the pancreas and the liver, both of them, they are helpers. They help the small intestine. They pour juices in the small intestine so it can what? Digest and break down food. Number 20. The following pieces of advice keep the digestive system healthy except we are going to choose the odd one, different sentence. Chewing the food well, is it good or bad? Is it good? Keep the digestive system healthy. Avoid eating much fast food. Of course, that keeps the digestive system healthy. Drinking little amount of water? No, this doesn't keep the digestive system healthy. Practicing sports regularly, this keeps the digestive system healthy. So all of these are advices to keep the digestive system healthy except mean drinking a little amount of water. 21. Meat is much easier to be processed or digested. So dogs have long or short digestive system? Short digestive system. 4 stomach or only 1 stomach? Only 1 stomach. So I'm going to search for the answer that has only 1 stomach and a short digestive system. 22. The passage of air during inhalation. In means inside, getting inside to the lungs. So the passage of air will be what? Is it throat, then nose, then lungs, then trachea? Trachea? Wrong. Trachea first, then throat, then lungs, then nose? No. During what? During inhalation, the air gets inside the lungs. So we'll see. Lungs, nose, throat, trachea? Of course not. Nose, throat, trachea, and lungs, yes. 23. The oxygen gas moves from air into blood at the dots. The oxygen gas moves from air into the blood. At which part? Nose, throat, trachea or lungs? Which one of them which one of them has the alveoli or have the alveoli that it's that where the gas exchange takes place? Which one of them? Of course, the lungs that have alveoli where the gas exchange between oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place in them. At the alveoli at the lungs. Number 24, all the following are methods to keep the respiratory system healthy except. So don't forget, except we are going to choose the different one. Breathing clean air. Yes, of course, this keeps the respiratory system healthy. Eating orange and guava. Yes, they keep the respiratory system healthy. Again, we need these methods to keep the respiratory system healthy. Except which one of them? We need vitamin C so we can keep our respiratory system healthy, like to protect our body from cold and flu. This making keeping the respiratory system healthy. So we need orange and guava because they provide us with vitamin C. Eating fruits rich in vitamin A? No. We need fruits that rich in vitamin what? C. Avoiding smoking and smoking areas. Yes, that keeps the respiratory system healthy. So the odd one is what? Eating fruits rich in vitamin A. Let's continue. Number 4, question number 4. Complete the following sentence. Animals can blend in with their surrounding environment to hide from dots and prey. Prey means the animal that is eaten, and also hide from the animal that eats, which called what? Predator. This property called what? The property of hiding, blending with the surrounding, called what? Yes, excellent. Camouflage property. Camouflage property. Number 2, changing the color of body coat. Body, part of the body, of Arctic fox according to seasons is considered as a type of dots adaptation. When you see dots adaptation, empty word, empty spaces, and then adaptation, so you have to think in 2 options, structural or behavior. Changing the color of body coat. Body, is it part of the body has it, the living organism has it, or behavior adaptation, the animal or living organism does it? Of course it has it. The body coat, it has it. So it's which type of adaptation? Yes, structural adaptation. Number 3, the chance of bull shark to find a prey is more easier in dots water than in dots water. We all know that the bull shark lives in fresh water and salt water. So which is easier to find a prey? Which place is easier? Think with me. Does the bull shark have any competitors with it? Any sharks live in fresh water? No competitors. There is no other sharks live in fresh water except what? Bull shark. So it's more easier in salt or fresh? Of course in the fresh water, because there is no other sharks except the bull shark. So it's more easier in fresh water than in salt water. Number 4, eyes of chameleon move independently of each other this adaptation considered as dot adaptation. If you see the word dot adaptation, whether it's structural or behavioral, this adaptation does it or has it? Has it. So it's a structural adaptation. The mouth of Panther chameleon has no what? The Panther chameleon, do they have teeth? No, so they don't have, has no teeth. But it has a very long, sticky what to hunt insects? Yes, excellent. Tongue. Long, sticky tongue. Number 6. Acacia tree defending itself by producing what? That makes leaves taste terrible. Producing poison. While chameleon defending itself by puffing up its body with air. Number 7. In the digestive system, food becomes soupy liquid that has many juices, the stomach acid and other digestive juices. In which part of the digestive system? The stomach. The stomach. While it breaks down into nutrients and complete digestion in the, yes, excellent, in the small intestine. Number 8, the ability of amphibians to take in oxygen gas from water through the skin. Is it considered dot adaptation, structural or behavioral? Ability of amphibians to take oxygen gas through their skin. The skin, is it action or part of its body? Part of its body. So is it behavioral or structural? Of course, structural. Adaptation. Number 9. All living organisms breathe oxygen gas and gives what? Produce what? They take oxygen and produce what? Carbon dioxide as a waste product because of burning of food by oxygen. This produce waste products, which is carbon dioxide. Number 10, bull shark can respire through dots only. The bull shark lives where? In water. So in order to live in water, it should have what? To breathe with, like fish. Yes, excellent. Gills only. While salamander, which is an amphibian, can respire through what? Skin and also lungs. They can respire or breathe through their skin and lungs. Respire means breathe. Thank you, jr4. I hope you understand how do we solve the questions well. Please try to memorize the ways to make it easier for you so you can solve the question correctly. Thank you, jr4. See you next lesson.